It's the day after my Northern Thames Path video, the one that went through Port Meadow and down to Abbey Road. And I thought I'd take a parallel path today down the canal. It's not a bad afternoon, a bit cloudy, but warm enough, and people are out enjoying themselves, running around. I'm standing at William Lucy Way again, where the iron foundry used to be, and I'm going to walk past what used to be its factory. Down the canal. That, roughly speaking, behind the controlled zone sign is where the factory used to be. Now it's flats. The factory was largely constructed in Victorian times, and it looked incredibly ancient and incredibly antiquated. You'd walk past in the dusk or at night and there'd be showers of sparks flying everywhere, and you'd hear clanging and bashing, and it didn't look as though anything had been updated since World War II. I once took a Dutch friend past it, and, well, you know, the reputation of Dutch industry, he was astounded. Maybe this is why Lucy decided to go, I keep saying this, breweries, everybody, Boswells, go into property rather than selling whatever it was they were originally set up to make or to find. I'm now going down from William Lucy Way onto the canal towpath. These are the old houses on Walton Well Road, the road leading up to Port Meadow. The backs of the houses, obviously. Then you see the canal. It always looks particularly scummy. Murky, I should say. Canal sides, vegetation. Reeds. No ducks, but they'd probably dissolve if they were unlucky enough to try and use the canal for anything. One block of flats and more blocks of flats. I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were round about 500,000 each, given the view. Jericho is a district of Oxford, which is sort of surrounds us. Wolvercote is a village in the north, which I pointed out yesterday, visible at the horizon of Port Meadow. Those are nice. Notice the little dark lines converging on the inside of the flower. I've always understood that those act as cues to the bee's visual system and help guide it into the flower. There's something which co-evolved with the bee. There's an awful lot of these flats. The architects, the designers did keep a sort of nod to the iron foundry. I think it had similarly arched windows. Sorry.
That's fine.
These look like older flats, probably not part of the same build. Bamboo. Oh, some roses, that's nice. That's a bridge carrying us over to the other side of the canal, into Jericho. And that is a particularly ambitious duck, which is braving the waters of the canal and hasn't yet dissolved. This notice will sound familiar if you saw yesterday's Thames Path video. That is Castle Mill Stream, and it's where the infamous Castle Mill flat, the 21st century Oxford University architectural brutalism, get their name from. More narrowboats. That's the Tower of St Barnabas, the church which I said yesterday the view of is blocked now by those flats if you happen to be in Port Meadow. canal bridges can be very elegant. We're getting to the end of the canal now. This is where it joins the Thames, which I'll say more about later. And I'm not sure how far I can go along that path because of the towpath being blocked off further up, which is something I noted right at the end of yesterday's video. This is a canal lock. Well, strictly speaking, maybe a river lock. I noticed that it's called Hythe lock, and the Hythe is the local name for the stretch of Thames within Oxford or so, possibly derived from the Latin word for Thames, Thamesis, used on old maps. I think indigo is my favourite colour. River Thames. Honeysuckle. Oops. The dwellings on this side are prettier. As far as I know, these are all long-term residential narrowboats, meaning that you don't have to move on after a few days. People just live here.
Oh, you lost. I lost. You lost.
This is Upper Fisher Row. Upper Fisher Row, and it's the end of an old road of houses, none of the newer developments further up. And it connects with the road that I'm about to come to. And we're approaching the end of the canal now.
When we get to the
That's a pub in the distance called the Oxford Retreat. Used to be known as the Nag's Head. And there's a little bit about the canal here. This is for the people living on the boats. That's the end of the canal. And here I am looking at Nuffield College, an Oxford University graduate college with special interest in economics and the social sciences. That's George Street up there. This is Hythe Bridge Street, and if I go along, I come to a confusing tangle of roundabouts, and then it's a short walk past the Said Business School to the station, the railway station. I'm going to go very quickly round the Gloucester Green Market as I'm here.
咁我覺得安心啲咯，食。From here to Alexandra,
Some of these people will be walking to the station. I turned the phone off because of the long delay on the traffic crossing. I've just crossed the road. Now entering the half of Gloucester Green that's devoted to buses, or more accurately coaches. So today I've combined, in a sense, two videos that I did yesterday but haven't yet processed. One where I went around Gloucester Green Market, and one where I walked southwards along the North Thames path. And I've gone southwards today by a parallel route, the canal. There's the Oxford Tube to London. This is the food aisle of the market. Very busy because I'm here at 2:30 today rather than 10:30. And this is different days have slightly different emphases. Today is bric-a-brac and things like old photos, maps and possibly stamps, though I know one of the stamp sellers retired. No fruit stalls today. There's just-in-time coffee. And I'm going to end here. It's a bit of a minefield walking through the market with a video because some traders don't like having their stuff videoed or think their stalls are too messy or whatever. Yesterday I had to keep cutting and I'm not going to offend people today, so I'll say goodbye until maybe tomorrow. Bye. Okay, well I'm just going to video this in the market. I don't think anyone can object to that. See you tomorrow. Bye.